Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be ranking all the All-Stars in Garden Warfare 2. A lot of people in my last video wanted me to rank the All-Stars, so today we're going to be doing that. And just like last time, let me know in the comments which class you guys would like me to rank next. A plant class preferably, because I like going from plant to zombie, like, you know, back and forth. But we usually go from left to right. So in today's video, we're going to go from right to left. So we're going to go from Wrestling Star all the way to Reg All-Star, and we're just going to rank all of them. And if you guys like this video, please subscribe and like the video. It'll really help me out with growing the channel and pushing the video out to more people so more people can watch the amazing content. But I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and let's get right into this tier list. So like I said, we're going to be starting with the Wrestling Star. Wrestling Star is supposed to be a close range all-star character. The problem with this character is that he's kind of worse at close range than almost all of the all-stars. Along with that, he's also horrific at long range. He does have a good projectile speed compared to the other all-stars, but he does have a lower damage output up close and a lower rate of fire compared to most of the all-stars, so there's not really a point of playing him. He has a great ability set and his primary is good up close, but other than that, he's pretty outclassed by almost all the all-stars, and it's just not a very good pick. Like, you could still do pretty well with him, but you'll pretty much do well with any of the other all-stars. The next character we're going to be looking at is the Tennis Star, which is going to be a B tier. Or, I think I'll put him up in A tier. We'll see how this list goes. I might move him down. This is a very decisive list. All these all-stars are really good characters, but there is ones that are clearly better than others. The Tennis Star's gimmick is that he's faster and he could shoot faster while he's shooting. He doesn't have as good as range compared to all the all-stars, but he does have a really good damage output up close, and he has a good projectile speed, and he's relatively easy to use. He's a really fun character, and he might be my favorite all-star to play as, but he's just kind of outclassed by two other all-stars. He's really good still, but he's just slightly outclassed because there's just a better version of him. We'll get into it later. The next character is the Rugby Star. I'm going to be putting the Rugby Star in A tier. Rugby Star is a fantastic character in my opinion. He is very underrated. He's very good he does a lot of damage from range. He has a great projectile speed. He has splash, which can actually come in handy a lot. Up close he's really good. He doesn't have the most firing time in the world, but if you can manage it, he's a great character. This sounds crazy, but you could kind of play him like Astronaut, like from range. That's how I play him, and it actually is pretty effective. You could camp with this guy. So that's where I think this character shines, and I think it's very underrated. This might be the most underrated zombie, in my opinion. There's a couple others that come to mind, but this character right here, it's a good character. Very, very slept on, and I really enjoy playing as him. I'm actually going to remove this C tier and move Wrestling Star up to B tier, because I don't really think he's that bad. Anyway, our next character is going to be Motocross Star, who I think is an A tier character as well. This character's gimmick is that he is super duper fast, being the fastest zombie in the game, and especially paired with the speed upgrade. He's super speed. So that combined with the All-Stars ability set is amazing. So if you love spamming abilities with the All-Stars, which it is effective, this is your guy. You can run health, speed, damage on him, and don't run the overheat because this guy can fire for like 7 to 8 seconds without the overheat upgrade, which is insane. He could fire for so long. His primary is actually pretty good, pretty slept on. If you know how to use it, it's a pretty good primary, but it does have its flaws, but it's not a bad primary at all. The dirt effect can come in clutch against higher health opponents that you land the dirt effect on, and like a Citron, for example, can't go in his ball, and you could just finish him off. So he does have his niche. He is super fast. Debatably, in certain scenarios, if you just want to use abilities and speed, he's better than Tennis Star because he's faster than Tennis Star. Tennis Star still has a speed bonus, but Motocross Star is faster than Tennis Star. Motocross Star is the fastest zombie in the game. Our next character is our first S tier, which is Hockey Star. Hockey Star is everything you would want in a character. He is so versatile. You can play him up close. You can play him far away. He has a great damage output. He has the fastest fire rate in the game. Great projectile speed. He's just an all-around really good character. He doesn't really have any flaws. He could fire for a long time. He shoots out basically a laser beam from like anywhere on the map. Just a really solid character, flawless, really, really good. Golf Star, in my opinion, is just a worse hockey star, which is kind of funny. So Golf Star's whole gimmick was that he was supposed to be the ranged all-star, which, yes, he is great at range, but hockey pretty much fills his niche in every single way. Hockey has a better overheat, hockey has a better rate of fire. Golf Star does do a lot of damage, and he's still a great pick, but hockey is just a much more versatile pick, all the way. Just the rate of fire is just so much better, and that's what keeps Golf Star out of the S tier, in my opinion. But Golf Star is still a great character, but hockey, if you like Golf Star, I would recommend trying out Hockey Star, because Hockey Star is just a better Golf Star. The next character is the Goalie Star, which I'm going to be putting in B tier. Goalie Star is a very fun character to play, and he could fire for a super long time at around 7 to 8 seconds. So similar to the Motocross Star, he can fire for a really long time. Now the problem with this character is his damage output. The ice effect isn't very useful on All-Star in my opinion, because why do you really need to freeze someone with an up-close character when you should just be killing them with your gun normally? But that's beside the point. This character, damage is just really bad. That's his only issue. If he did like 1 to 2 more damage per shot, he would probably be in the A tier or even higher. Who knows? But he could fire for a long time, and he has all-star abilities, and sometimes his primary is useful. But other than that, he's just kind of a downgrade compared to all the other all-stars, purely because his primary's damage is just not very good. Similar to Wrestling Star, like great ability set, has some good attributes, but is overall just kind of a downgrade compared to the rest. Cricket Star is going to go in the A tier as well. Specifically, I think I'm going to put him around here. Now, Cricket Star is a great character because fire damage has no drop off and makes his character really good from range. His projectiles have a very strange arc that takes a long time to get used to. So if you could get used to that, this character's good. And up close, he does, like right in your face, he does a surprising amount of damage. I think it's like 7 to 8 damage, which is really good, along with fire damage. So this character's damage output is very good. He could fire for a long time, and then of course having fire damage makes him a threat from range. This is a good character, but I do think the projectiles work against him, because his projectile speed is very, very slow, and projectiles are very slow, and you could dodge them very easily, unlike a character like Hockey Star or even Golf Star that have really fast projectile speeds and fast fire rates that they're hard to dodge, and they do a lot of damage from range. But Cricket Star is still a good pick. If you like fire characters, you would probably like playing Cricket Star, but he's not really my thing. But if you like fire characters and you learn how to use his primary, he's actually a really decent pick. Baseball Star is next, and he's going to be the next A tier. Baseball Star, in my opinion, is kind of just a worse regular All-Star, which we'll get to. But Baseball Star definitely does have his niche. His overheat time is basically nothing, so you don't really even have to manage your overheats with him. You could just kind of unload your entire clip and then just fire again, and then just fire again. Really good. He does over 100 DPS up close, which is insane. He does a surprising amount of damage from range, but up around 30 meters, he does drop off a bit, his damage, and it is a little bit low, makes him just a worse pick than almost all the All-Stars at range. But if you like playing up close, this is certainly a good pick, and he does have a faster rate of fire than Reg. So he does have a niche, he is a great character, and once we order all these at the end, we'll go into more detail, but Baseball Star is a phenomenal pick and a great character. Regular All-Star is the next character on the list, and he is the next S tier. Now, a lot of people actually think that Reg All-Star is better than Hockey Star, and a lot of people think that Hockey Star is better than Reg All-Star. What are my thoughts on this? I think Hockey Star is a more consistent character. Regular All-Star almost has 100 DPS up close, which is great, but he has a lot of other really good attributes. His range damage is actually insane. He hits a lot of damage from range. That's almost similar to some soldiers. The problem is his projectile speed is a little slow, and so is his rate of fire. But that doesn't really matter much, because this guy hits up to 6 damage per shot from range, which is insane and makes his character a big threat at mid-range. So similar to Hockey Star, he's versatile at all ranges, but up close, he's better than Hockey Star. He also can fire for 8 seconds. Now, I usually don't recommend using the overheat upgrade on almost any of the characters, but the overheat upgrade on regular All-Star lets him fire for almost 2 more seconds, which is insane. That is insane. So if you're not running the overheat upgrade on this character, I recommend putting it on. But otherwise, I'd recommend keeping on the health or the speed upgrade and damage. But being able to fire for 2 more seconds is really, really good. So this character can fire from the back or up close or mid-range and do certainly a lot of damage and apply pressure from anywhere on the map, along with having a great ability set. I do think Hockey's more consistent though, because he has a faster rate of fire and faster projectile speed, and overall is just a threat in more scenarios. While Reg All-Star is still a great character, I just think he is slightly outclassed by the Hockey Star. Hockey Star fills the niche of pretty much all of these characters. Let's go ahead and order this. So in the bottom B tier, these characters are still great, but I genuinely do not know if Wrestling Star or Goalie Star is better, because they both have a niche still. Like, Wrestling Star is still good up close, but Goalie Star does no damage. So I think Goalie Star is probably worse than Wrestling Star, because Wrestling Star at least does a lot of damage, but Goalie Star kind of hits like a wet paper towel. And from range, he's bad, but like so is Wrestling Star. At least Wrestling Star has a good projectile speed. He could kind of chip at you from range. Going into the A tier, I do think Rugby Star, people are probably gonna think I'm crazy for this. I think Rugby Star is probably right here. Cricket Star is going to be at the bottom of A tier for me, because I think the fire damage is great, but I do think the projectiles really hinder him and make him very easy to avoid. But he certainly still can be a threat from all ranges and is still a fantastic character. I just think all these other All-Stars are pretty much better than him. But he still definitely has a reason to be played, which is why he's not in the B tier and still in the A tier. Motocross Star. I think I'm going to put Motocross Star here. You could kind of flip all the A tiers around. It's really just where, when, what are you doing? Which one? That's the A tier you're going to choose. If you want to camp, play cricket. If you want to play really aggressive, Motocross Star with speed upgrade is your go-to. That's going to be your all-star character. I play this character in tournament matches actually. I switched to Tennis Star recently, but I used to play this character. I would get on the top of the leaderboard in the highest level of play. I would play this character, and I could certainly tell you his speed is phenomenal. Works really well with his ability kit. Rugby Star, I have a lot of playtime on this character. I used to main this character actually, but he's really, really good from range. And he's just very versatile, similar to Hockey Star, but I do think his damage sometimes is not enough. If he did a little bit more damage, he would be up here. I'm not going to lie, he'd be really good. This is a really sleeper pick though. Try him out more if you like playing more from a ranged. Tennis Star kind of just seems like a worse Reg All-Star with extra speed. That's really all I could say about him, but he's still a great pick. His speed does come in handy, and I do play this character quite a bit. Golf Star is pretty much a worse Hockey Star, but he's still a great character from range, and he has really good accuracy. That's one of the faults of Hockey Star, his accuracy is a little weird, but Golf Star has really good accuracy, and is still a great character. Baseball Star is going to go right below Golf Star in my opinion, because from range, Golf Star is more useful, but Baseball Star is still great up close, so I'm going to put him right here. Baseball Star is genuinely just kind of a nerfed Reg All-Star in my opinion. So these 4 characters at the top 4 are very similar, but the ones at the S tier kind of just outclass the ones right below them, which is kind of sad. But these ones still have a niche. Like Golf Star has great accuracy, and Baseball Star has a higher DPS than Reg All-Star and a faster rate of fire, along with having great overheat stats. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and remember to comment down below which character you would like me to rank next, which plant you would like me to rank next. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to check out my socials in the description. Remember that you are loved and have a great day. Bye.